Moin und hallo, mein Name ist Susanne und wir sind hier beim Filmfest Bremen.
Mein Name ist Yugen. Wir sind vom Indiefilmtalk Podcast und begrüßen euch zu dem heutigen Gespräch, welches wir führen mit dem Writer, Director und Producer Faisal Soysal und einem Castmember, der Kubra Kip, zum Film Silence Tree. Deswegen viel Spaß. Hey, can you hear us?
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, how are you?
It's so
Hello.
crazy this time because we are switching between countries and we are every time in another country in another living room and seeing the world like you have like in the mosaic like we're jumping through. So thank you that you are here and thank you that you took your time to talk with us about your movie. And yeah, I would like to start with some terms about the movie. What after seeing it, it passed through my head. I have three terms. One time poetic, one time commitment, and one time love. Um, Faisal, what would be your terms if you would describe your movie?
Yeah, it is too tough. Firstly, I want to say hello to all people from Bremen. I like your city too much. I've been 2 times in Bremen. I have good friends from my hometown who live there. For Silence 3, it's my second feature movie. And yes, you are right. In terms, because I am a poet and I'm writing poetry, I try to find a way to writing poetry with the image or with the atmosphere of the camera as far as I can do. Uh, but specifically, Silence 3 is a film about the consciousness that a person who cannot live or get rid of from his past and try to find a way for his creativity in all ways about the writing, about physically and psychologically and creativity in the terms of art. Just that.
Hmm. Thank you for the answer. I would like to talk about the symbolic character of your movie, and for me it was very interesting to see that because I saw so much things inside. So I would like to ask you, how important are symbols like the tree, for example, in this movie for you?
Um, yes, it's important because I have another feature movie. It names is Crossroads, which I shot it in Bosnia and in Turkey, and it was about mythologic love story, Joseph and Zuleika. And many people ask me a lot about the symbolism in the movie.
Hmm.
It had much elements of symbolic than Silence Tree. I try to a little bit get a distance from the symbolism, try to catch the reality as far as I can do. However, I like surrealism and I like the dreams too much, but I don't like a lot to symbolic or symbolism in the cinema. It's not correct
Mm.
answer. Maybe I don't like, but I want to prefer to go much to symbolism because symbolism is a very personal idea. But for the individual way, I try to find a way for all audience that may find a connection with himself, with the film or with the character of the movie. Yes, you are right. The tree is the main one of the main characters of the movie. It can be some body or some things or many things in the movie. Uh, for example, some people may think that the tree is his father, but
Mm.
generally I try to find a connection with Hayati, and I think the tree is Hayati with all of his life, his past, his psychology, his physical
Boundaries, maybe.
poverty,
Mm.
and etc.
Mm.
So when the tree becomes life, Hayati becomes life. He thinks that if trees becomes life and turns the life, so I can turn the life and I can convince or I can hold everything in
Mhm.
his life.
Mhm.
He can solve his problem with his wife. He can start to write again for the story, and he will be a happy man if the trees come alive because he has a deep depression in his past that stemmed from his father because his father committed the suicide, and when he was 5 or 6 years old, he was noticed that he watched from the window
Hmm.
in the end of the movie. You see, I don't want to give so much clue because maybe people didn't watch yet the film. Festival didn't start. So because of that, the trees, in general, shows or symbolize Hayati. But again, I want to make a notice that I don't want to make a movie or I don't want to make a character with a twist, symbolic characters.
Hmm.
Just an image, a poetic image that can help to understand Hayati easily or deeply. Because of that, I try to, for example, put a tree like that. If you realize that, if you pay attention, you will see that I don't uh, focus on too much as well. I show it that the trees is dead and it cannot give shot and etc. But I don't want to, for example, uh, press too much during the whole movie.
Hmm.
I really like that
It's
idea
main
of that.
important
Of
point of the
sorry,
movie is high.
sorry to interrupt you. I really like because it popped in my head while you said it. Really like that image, that poetic image of the tree, and how Hayati actually tries to deal with the tree somehow. And it guided me really through the whole movie. I would like to switch to your character, Kubra. You you had well, we actually don't know what's happening in the beginning. We don't. We could know who it is, but we have a clue. I would like to ask you: do you remember how did you felt when you were reading the script for the first time?
Um, Firstly, I want to say to hello to everyone. I'm very glad to be here. And now I keep going. But I speak in Turkish. I'm sorry. Um,
It's no problem. I think so.
ilk
I will translate,
okuduğumda
Kübra. You can speak.
tamam. İlk okuduğumda Hayati karakterinin yolculuğu ve ceviz ağacının birleşmesi bana çok güzel geldi.
Firstly, when I read the script, I like the way how Hayati character develops and his relation with the trees was very interesting for me.
Onun sadece yani kalabalığın içindeki yalnızlığı ve kendiyle yüzleşme sürecini anlatıyor sonuçta.
Totally, we can say that the script is telling his loneliness in between the crowd and society, how he becomes very, very lone man.
Ve etrafındakilerle kurduğu ilişki aslında yani film ilerledikçe yüksel olduğunu görüyoruz bir taraftan da. Onunla gerçekten yani derinlemesine paylaşan biri yok gibi.
And his relation with the society that he established wasn't so strong. He cannot, for example, express himself to anybody from around.
Ve dolayısıyla bu kendiyle yüzleşmesi sonucunda dünyayı kavradığı yer biraz zor mu olacak bu bilmiyorum ama ve kendini çözümlemesi ve vardığı nokta beni etkiledi.
And his confrontation with himself and to understand himself and try to find a way to life or to find a better life impressed me too much.
Şey cümlesi çok seviyorum. Sadece ya bu benim için filmin en önemli cümlelerinden bir tanesi. Bir şeyi sadece yapınca değil, düşünmekle de suçlu oluyorum. Cümleyi sen biliyorsun.
And for me, is the most important sentence of the film was that we actually heard from Hayati. You are not guilty only when you are doing something. Even when you are thinking about that or you are planning again, you are guilty about that. And I like these sentences of the movie too much.
I would ask one formal question to you, Kybra. Would be how important was your character for Hayati to get back in his creative process?
Aslında çok önemli bir karakter. Hayati'nin kendini anlaması ve kendini tanımasındaki en önemli karakterlerden biri galiba.
For me, the character of the Serap is very important because by Serap, Hayati can find himself and his inner side and to find a way to write again, to make a way for creativity.
Ben Hayati'nin geçmişi hatırladıkça kendini bulduğunu düşünüyorum.
I think how far Hayati understand his past, then he can find easily himself and control or draw his new way.
Serap da onun gençliğinden gelmiş biri benim için. Ya ona özgürlüğü, ona kendine eskisi gibi hatırlatabilecek, özgürce yazabilecek, belki yazdıklarını beğenebilecek bir dünya sunuyor.
And Serap is a person from his past, from his young term when he was much free and can do whatever he wants. So Serap, when comes again from his past, she gives a chance to him to compassionate about writing or about some old problem. So when he solves that, he will find a new way for himself.
Galiba en önemli konu da şu, Serap'ın Hayati'nin yazdıklarını, hayatını, hislerini önemsiyor ve merak ediyor olması.
And in reality, as the most important thing is that Serap is very interested in Hayati, not only personally about his writing, his idea about the literature, and about the story and about his whole life. He's one of the most important person who interests too much about him and take care of him.
Ve bütün bunların sonucunda Hayati'nin yeniden değerli olması noktasında bir adım gibi geliyor bana Serap'la tanışıklığı. Biraz zor bir cümle.
And in the end, for his new life and to find a way to get rid of his problem, meeting with the Serap is one of the most important in the film.
Kybra, it's so lovely to hear your language. It's so nice and it's so beautiful that you translate it. I think it must be really hard, you're getting all this questions from us and you translate it so well. Thank you so much. Actually, let's talk about creativity. Faisal, how you work? How do you work when you actually get stuck somewhere and you have to get back your creativity? Do you have do you have something specific that you do to get the creativity back?
Yeah, it is very good questions. Now we all artists in a very tough situation about this pandemic. However, now at home in quarantine, but we cannot, for example, move to write. We have to have a good motivation every time because you are doing a movie and we want people watch the movie and show their impression or expression or their idea about the movie, but you cannot see them. So that time you feel that for what purpose you are doing film or you are writing a script or you are writing a poetry or story and etc. or maybe painting. The most important things for the artist, novel or poetry or film, that you find an audience, a person that who can have a connection with that part, with your products or with your art. Uh, During the movie, it is possible when you are making movie, you have some stuck or you some problem with the doing about the camera or making about the casting or about the actors. You have different kind of problems, but you have to listen yourself. And for me, as a uh, director or as an artist, generally I try to listen my heart, and when I feel very comfortable, then it is okay for me. But if I do some things and then I will be regret, then I feel that that's not true. The problem is that firstly, my heart, in my consciousness, I have to feel a good sense. Then I can. Uh, Sometimes I think that for the movie or the cinema, it is not good way to behave like that because people can abuse you or you can maybe you cannot control by this way your actors or your team. But I don't care about that. As a personally, I'm happy with my self, with my inner side, and with my heart. Then I can move. It is very important for me during the movie. But for the life, yes, sometimes we stuck, we cannot write or we cannot make some things, and in that way we have to sometimes release that act or that writing. We have to focus on a different things, and then we can come back again,
Yeah.
and look from a different side the issue. When we are writing a character, sometimes we have very big problem. Especially for this movie, I struggle or fight about 5 years because with the end of the movie, every time I had problem. Whatever or however I was changing the end of the movie or final of the movie, then I realized that it was going something another genre or different kind of movie. And every time I try to get a distance from the Hollywood or classical drama telling, drama writing. So I want a unique film. I want to write a unique film, and from a different final, from a different end of, in the film. So maybe it didn't satisfy for many people. I know that why Hayati is in the prison, but problem of the movie or the aim of the movie is not that to show Hayati is going to be in prison or not. We will definitely understand in the future everything is going to be clear and Hayati is going to come out. But the problem is that when Hayati confronts such a crime, what's he going to do? Because he is very big, he is impotent, and he cannot shout, he cannot make a strike to that crime. But is he going to feel feeling guilty about that or not?
Mhm.
What's he going to do?
Mm.
Because I want to find an answer for that.
Thank you very much.
Maybe I did a long, long.
No, it was
Sorry
good.
about
It
that.
was good. It's a pleasure to hear you, and
Question.
as Susan said already, it's a pleasure to talk with you too. So I think I would be happy to meet you next time in person. But
It's a really complex thing.
yeah,
I
I
mean,
think so
so
too.
it was really nice to listen to your thoughts and to that what you just told us.
So I hope that you will have a nice day, and
Thank
yeah,
you.
everything will work well. And we are of course interested in your next movie, your next project, which you are going to do, and waiting for it. I think so. So thank you very much, and yeah, have
Thank
a
you so much.
nice day.
Thank you.
Have a nice
Thank you
day.
very much too.
Have a good screening and good festival.
Thank you.
Thank you.